Hey everyone, my name is Alice. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be bringing you another shorter class, 15 to 20 minutes. It's going to be a full body, kind of just a free flow. So let's start seated. Any comfortable seated. You can bring the hands to the lap or the knees and then either have the eyes closed or downcast. Just lengthening through the spine. Maybe taking a deep breath in through the nose. And then sighing out through the mouth. One more just like that, in through the nose. And then sighing out through the mouth. And then allowing the breath to flow freely in and out through the nostrils. And then when you're ready, start to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Keep rooting through the left sit bone, dropping the left shoulder down. And then gently start to roll the head forward so the chin comes towards the chest. And then slowly returning to the other side, so left ear to left shoulder, dropping the right shoulder away from the ear. And then returning to center. And we'll take that going the other way, so left ear to left shoulder. And slowly rolling down, chin into chest. Returning to the other side and back to center. And just continue this by yourself. You could maybe keep a full circle going in one direction. Taking 3 or 4. Or just keeping those half rocks from one ear to the other. And if you're taking your circles, start to switch direction. And then returning back to center, back to a neutral spine. Gaze is forwards. And then start to lift the eye line, dropping the head back, lifting the chin. And then dropping the chin in towards the chest, maybe round the back into these seated cat-cows. Let's inhale as we lift the eye line, send the chest forwards. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the back. Inhaling forwards. Exhale, take it back. One more, inhaling forwards. Exhale to take it back. And then reaching the hands forwards. Bring yourself over to all fours. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the pelvis over the knees, and spreading the fingers wide here. Bringing the gaze between the hands or between the thumbs. And we'll take a few cat-cows in this position. Inhaling, drop the belly down, start to open through the chest. Exhale as you round the back, belly button to spine. Inhaling to arch. Exhale to round. One more, inhale, arch. Exhale to round, and we're going to stay with this curved spine here, chin into chest, and then start to send the ribs over towards the left, so the weight might shift into the left hand, and then you drop the belly down, start to lift the eye line. Belly travels over towards the right side and then round. So you start to draw these circles with the ribs. And you can just take it by yourself at your own pace. If you want to go a little bit quicker, you can do. If you'd like to go nice and slow, that's also fine. Maybe close down the eyes. And keep some softness in the elbows. You can really start to pad through the hands in a way as well. Start to bring in the wrists. And then taking those circles in the other direction. And then when you're ready, returning back to that neutral spine. And then begin to tuck the toes and send the pelvis up towards the ceiling into your downward facing dog. Taking a pedal through the feet if you need, and then eventually finding your stillness. Maybe keeping a soft bend in the knees as you think about sending the tailbone towards the ceiling. Spreading the fingers wide, bringing the gaze towards the upper thighs. And then maybe give the head a gentle shake. You can say no, you can say yes. And then from here, inhale high onto the toes. Exhale to send the heels down towards the mat. Just notice how that changes the pelvis and the stretch in the backs of the legs. And then soften into the knees. Take an inhale. And then exhale to extend the legs, send the pelvis up. Inhale high to toes. Exhale, send the heels down. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, heels down. Taking one more. Inhale, toes. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, heels down. And then looking between the hands, slowly bring yourself into your forward fold, your Uttanasana. So walking towards the top of the mat. And you can keep a little bit of space between the feet. Keep a bend in the knees, allow the belly to hang on the thighs. And then drop the crown of the head down. Maybe give the head a shake. You can say yes, you can say no. And then you might hold the elbows, finding a ragdoll. Maybe take a little swing side to side. And then slowly rolling through the spine, release the hold of the elbows, let the head and the arms be heavy. Bring yourself all the way to standing. Inhale as you reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands into the center of the chest. And then releasing the hands at the sides of the body, gently drawing the chin in towards the chest, maybe closing the eyes, opening up the palms so they're facing forwards. Taking a couple of breaths here. Using your inhale as an upward motion, feel the breath travel up and out the crown of the head. And the exhale is a downward motion as the breath travels down the spine, out through the tailbone. Allowing your feet to ground in towards the ground, towards the mat, the earth. And then slowly opening up the eyes and just stepping towards the top of the mat or making sure you've got space behind you as we take our little flow now. So fully inhale. Exhale, hands into the heart center. Inhale as you reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, take a forward fold here. Again, a little shake into the head. And then stepping back, find your high plank. You can step back right then left. Take a full inhale. Exhale to lower knees, chest and chin. Send the elbows towards the back of the mat. Inhale as you slide the belly forwards, baby cobra. Exhale, pressing back into your downward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to inhale the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then exhale to bend the knee, open the hip. Maybe the gaze comes underneath that right armpit. Keep an even press in the hands. Inhale as you send the right toes high. And then exhale, step the right foot between the hands, lower the back knee down. And we're going to come to the fingertips. Inhale here, lifting the breastbone, pressing into the top of the back foot. So you might decide to bring the hands towards the knee, so lift the chest a little higher. And then framing that front foot. Step back to find your high plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide the belly forwards, baby cobra, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. And then inhaling the left leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Again, maybe that gaze comes underneath the left armpit, even press in the hands. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, lower the back knee. Inhale either to the fingertips or maybe bring the hand to the knee. Lifting the breastbone, pressing into the top of the back foot. And then softening down. Frame that front foot, step back to plank, inhale. Exhale, shift the weight over the fingertips, so shoulders over the fingertips, and lower all the way through a press-up position until the belly comes down to the ground. And then releasing the pelvis, releasing the tops of the feet. We're going to find our Sphinx. So onto the forearms. Make sure they're parallel to each other with the palms facing down. And then you're going to think about drawing the elbows in towards you as you send the chest forwards. Shoulders drop away from the ears. And the glutes might switch on here. Pressing the pubic bone and the tops of the feet into the ground. And your gaze either comes down the nose or you might close the eyes. If you'd like to take it a little further, you can send the fingers out to the corners of the mat and then extend the arms into seal. And then slowly lowering the belly all the way down. Plant the hands underneath the elbows, inhaling either to your baby cobra or upward facing dog if that feels okay. Exhale to downward facing dog. And then looking between the hands, bringing yourself into your halfway lift, inhale, top of the mat. Exhale as you soften down. And then planting the hands into the floor, we're going to release the left leg out behind you. You're going to find quite a deep stretch in that right hamstring. Try and keep the left toes pointing down and try and lengthen the spine. So you're almost trying to find that halfway lift with one leg released. Similar to a warrior 3, but we're supported with the hands on the floor. If you've got blocks, you can also bring the hands to blocks. We're going to take another full breath. And then softening into the right knee, lower the left toes down. Keep that back knee lifted and ground into that front foot as you sweep the fingertips towards the ceiling. High lunge here. Inner thighs drawing together, pressing into that right big toe, so the front big toe. Take another full inhale. And then bringing the left hand to the inside edge of the front foot. Right fingertips reach towards the ceiling. If you need to bring that left hand to a block, you can do as well. Make sure you can see the top hand as well, so we don't want it overextended. Pointing all the way up to the ceiling. Take another inhale. And then exhale, frame that front foot, keeping the back knee lifted. You're going to transfer the weight into that front foot and bring that left leg in behind you. Trying to sit the sit bones down to the ground. If this is too intense for the underneath leg, you can always extend here. Otherwise, try and keep it bent. We're going to bring the right fingertips out behind you. Inhale the left arm high. And exhale, drop the elbow down towards the knee, taking a twist. Gaze over that right shoulder. And then start to ease off from the twist. We're going to take a little transition. So if you need to watch this, maybe a couple of times, you can do. You're going to try and plant both feet into the floor here. So you're going to come onto the toes of that underneath leg. You're going to reach the hands over towards the left side, pressing both feet into the ground, send the pelvis up, and then walk the hands forwards, step the feet back into this wide leg downward facing dog. So you may have the little toes just in line with the outside edges of the mat here. Take another inhalation and exhale, maybe sigh the breath out. And then looking between the hands, bring the feet to the outside edges of the hands, toes turning out, drop the pelvis low into your Malasana. You can take a little shift side to side here, ease into the hips. Maybe bring the hands into the center of the chest, the elbows to the inside edges of the knees, lengthening through the spine. And then when you're ready, reaching the left fingertips out towards the side, reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Take a little opening into the side of the body here. And then reaching the right fingertips out towards the side, left fingertips towards the ceiling. And then releasing. Bring the hands forwards. You're quite active here now. Press the ground away. Sweep the fingertips towards the ceiling. And then take a hold of that right wrist with the left hand. You may want to turn the toes in. And then step the right leg behind the left. Inhale to reach tall. Exhale, take a bend over towards the left side. And then returning to center. Taking a hold of the other wrist. Step the left leg behind. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, over towards the right side. And then returning to center. We'll take that second side. So coming to the top of the mat, toes together, heels apart. Let's inhale to reach high. Exhale, find your forward fold, Uttanasana. And then this time, with the fingertips or the hands down on the floor or blocks, we're going to release the right leg up behind. Try and keep the toes down towards the ground, finding that stretch in the left hamstring. Reach the crown of the head forwards. And then softening into the left knee, lower the right toes, keep the knee lifted. And we're going to ground into that front foot, pressing into the front big toe. Inhale as you find your high lunge. And then bringing the right hand to the inside edge of the front foot, left fingertips towards the ceiling. Revolved side angle. You can always bring that right hand to a block, as always. One more to inhale. As you exhale, frame that front foot, and then you're bringing the weight into that front leg as you bring that back leg in behind you, starting to sit the sit bones down to the ground, maybe releasing the right leg forwards if that works better for your knee. Otherwise, keeping it bent, we'll bring the left arm out behind you, inhaling right fingertips tall. Exhale to drop the elbow down to the knee, gaze over the left shoulder. And then slowly returning to center. You're going to take that little twizzle again. So trying to get both feet down on the floor, reaching the hands over towards the right side. Send the pelvis up as you turn on the feet. Reach the hands forwards. Step the feet back, wide-legged downward facing dog. Little toes to the outside edges of the mat. Taking an inhale. Exhale, side out through the mouth. And then looking between the hands, you're going to step to the top of the mat. This time, toes a little closer together, so you find your Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to soften down. And then start to bring the sit bones all the way towards the heels. Maybe the heels lift off the mat. And then find our toe balance. So you can either keep the fingertips down on the floor here, or maybe challenge the balance. Bring the hands into the center of the chest. You could close down the eyes, otherwise bringing the gaze down the nose. Taking a couple of breaths. And then from here, a little transition, reach the fingertips forwards, and then reach as far forwards as you can as you start to send the heels down, shifting the weight into the back of the body. So you find your Navasana here on your sit bones. Take a full inhale. And exhale to lower all the way down onto the ground. And just release the legs, release the pelvis, have a little shake side to side if you need. And then find a comfortable laying down position. You're going to keep that left leg extended. Start to draw the right knee in towards the chest here. And you can give it a little squeeze, maybe a rock side to side. And then you're going to slowly take that right leg across the body, reaching the right fingertips in the opposite direction. Finding your little twist. Try and encourage that right shoulder down on the ground here. And then we're going to keep turning or keep drawing that right leg away in the direction that it's heading. And you're going to roll all the way onto your belly. Just make sure you've got enough space. I'm going to have to shuffle over. Rolling all the way onto your belly with that right knee still up beside you. And you're going to find your Sphinx. So you're here. I'll just come and face you so you can see where the right leg is. Right leg is bent here, and you're on the forearms there. You may decide to come up onto the hands if that's a little more comfortable for you. Otherwise, maintaining this Sphinx pose with the leg released. If you need to drop the leg up behind you, you can do as well. There's no pressure to keep it up. And then you're going to go back the way you came. So reach the right hand forwards, thread that left arm underneath, and you're going to start to roll all the way back onto your back, right knee into the chest, and then you'll probably end up rolling off your mat like I have. And you're just going to shuffle yourself back on, and we'll take the second side. So left knee into the chest, and then slowly carry it across towards the right side, reaching the left fingertips in the opposite direction, encouraging the left shoulder down. And then when you're ready, keep sending that left knee away from you. You're going to roll all the way onto the belly. Find the forearms or the hands as you find your Sphinx or your seal with the leg released. And then when you're ready, starting to come out, we extend the left arm, reach the right fingertips underneath, bring that right shoulder down, rolling all the way back onto your back. Draw the left knee back into the chest, and then release the leg down, and we'll plant both feet into the floor. Draw the knees towards the chest. Take a little rock side to side. And then you can bring yourself up to seated, any comfortable seated position, just like we started. Hands to the lap or the knees, eyes are closed or downcast. We'll take a full inhalation. And exhale. Inhale to reach the arms above the head, palms together. Exhale, hands into the heart center. Namaste. Thank you again for joining me for this little shorter class. So this is going to be the last one of this series that I've done. If you've liked them, please give them a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, it helps a lot. And if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to either DM me on Instagram or even leave a comment in the comments section of this video. I can get my words out. Thank you again. I hope to see you soon.